of Super Bowl 58 between the 49ers and the Chiefs. This is KPIX, CBS News Bay Area.
Right off the top at 6 o'clock, and good morning to you from CBS News Bay Area. We are watching live. This camera is showing Allegiant Stadium in the desert town of Las Vegas, Nevada. That is home of Super Bowl number 58. And soon enough, our Niners will be playing right there in the stadium, hoping to make the Bay Area proud. They're going to take it. We just know it, right? Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's Tuesday, February 6th, and our team is where your team is this week. We're, of course, talking about my team, Gianna Franco and Nicole Zalumas with the 49ers in Las Vegas. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning to you, Reed. We are just warming up at a chilly Las Vegas morning. We have a food experience, a drink experience, and the all-important Super Bowl 58 prediction.
Yes, it's been quite the adventure so far, and we're day 2, so let's get started.
Power's supposed to be out until Wednesday.
Lights out, race on. Thousands still without electricity after powerful storm. Who's on, who's still out, and how long many will be in the dark. The Niners say no to UNLV's practice field. What top bosses at the NFL had to stay back, not making the faithful happy.
I feel good. Na, 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 na.
Super Bowl commercials providing entertainment between the plays, but one ad in particular heralded as a comeback for someone who fought back against hard things.
Whomever finishes the zip line through Fremont Street first will be the winning team.
And is it a bird or a plane? No, it's Swift and Zalumas. Well, one is real, one not so much. We're live from Las Vegas. Let's do this, Bay Area. And we are doing it on a Tuesday. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully you feel like you're a part of our family when you tune in to this broadcast. Please know this airway and this broadcast belongs to you. And we're starting to watch the glow of lights out there on the water as we await Mother Nature to deliver a sunrise. But my goodness, the beautiful moon shining there right now. And right now, let's also talk to Jess. And Jess, I'm just seeing some relief as we go into Super Bowl weekend.
Oh, I know. Having sunshine here in the Bay Area right around the corner for this weekend to celebrate is such great news. But down into the Sepulveda Basin and all throughout LA County, we are still keeping a very close eye on the impacts from the storm that swept throughout the whole state of California this week. We saw our impacts here, and now there's major flooding down for our friends in LA. If you have loved ones down there, keep a close eye on them as we extend into the next couple days. There's a lot of major impacts that have come from that atmospheric river that impacted us here just 2 days ago, and we're still dealing with it too. I was down in Half Moon Bay yesterday. Power outages widespread still, causing a lot of issues for local communities, a lot of grocery stores widespread throughout our whole Bay Area. Now down into LA, today they're still under a moderate to slight risk when it comes to flooding. Yesterday it was in that moderate to high category, so it's starting to improve day by day. But that area of low pressure that moved in all that moisture for us and drove in that atmospheric river, we're watching it slowly sweep its way to the south. And now what we're left with back here in the Bay is just some lingering showers in the forecast. For the most part, today's forecast is just partly cloudy, mild conditions. As we extend into the next couple days, we have a new area of low pressure moving its way in, bringing us more rain, but it's also going to bring in some more snow to the Sierra. We're going to break that apart coming up in just a bit. For now, over to you, Reed.
All right, let's take a live look at our traffic maps this morning so you can get to where you're going and do so safely. No major impacts so far on the radar here in the Bay Area, though. Over in the South Bay, there are reports of some accidents on Highway 101. Really doesn't seem to be creating any major buildups as of now, but if this does worsen, of course, we'll update you on the latest. Checking in on our supercommuters coming in from Tracy. Good morning to you. Really slow conditions if you plan going westbound 205 to 680. In fact, we can tell you one lane is blocked because of a crash. No reports of any injuries at this time, but dense traffic for those who are passing through from Tracy. You know, this morning, nearly 65,000 of you who are PG&E customers across the Bay are still without power. Likely you're watching us in the palm of your hand streaming. You know, in many cases, wind is to blame for this powerful reason why electricity is out. Those storms hit the Bay Area hard as many of you hunkered down. In some places, gusts of wind up to 90 miles an hour. So we're watching these PG&E maps that are updated about every 15 minutes to sort of let you know where you are relative to getting the lights back on. Places hurting the most. Well, the North Bay seeing about 28,000 homes right now in the dark. That includes the businesses that are close by. And in the South Bay, more than 19,000 still in the dark. So we're talking closely with PG&E all morning. Our calls reveal that electricity will be out until tomorrow in some places. Here's David Height on what he and his neighbors are doing in between that time.
We've got a generator, so we can't really complain because we can charge our phones, we can keep our food cold. But power's supposed to be out until Wednesday. Met our neighbors in the street and they were talking about all the food that was going to go bad, and so we let them into the garage where we happen to have a spare fridge, and hopefully they're loading up their stuff today, and it'll be good for them.
Ominous skies between him, and you likely saw scenes like this, trees down just about everywhere we live. That's another side effect of the wind. This picture from San Jose, that tree smashing into a house, and guess what? There was also a side effect of that. The gas leak happened. Frightened Janelle Crane.
I felt this big shake and noise and like crashing sound. And about 10 minutes later, my neighbors were pounding on my door saying, get up, get up, get up, there's a gas leak, we gotta get out of here. And I'm like, oh my God, what? Thank God everybody was fine. So a couple lives here and a dog, and the tree missed the bedrooms.
That is amazing. We're glad to say nobody in that case was hurt. Well, news from the country music entertainment world, some sad news. After fighting cancer since 2021, country music star Toby Keith has died. Those closest to Toby Keith say he was surrounded by his family when he passed. You may remember his platinum debut album, Should Have Been a Cowboy. Toby Keith, leaving us at 62 years of age. Meanwhile, across the pond, Prince Harry and Prince William are on their way to be at their father's side as King Charles faces a cancer diagnosis. That cancer discovered by doctors who were treating the monarch for an enlarged prostate, which the palace says was not cancerous. So we don't know what kind of cancer he has. Reportedly not prostate, but for the immediate future, all of the king's personal appearances, they're canceled. Coming home now, vendors in San Francisco's Mission District will remain banned for 6 months. That ban, you might remember, went into effect in late November. It was supposed to last just 90 days. The city says, though, the area is cleaner, safer, and more accessible, so they're expanding it. Well, look at this Bay Area. Your 49ers will do battle with the Chiefs inside Las Vegas's Allegiant Stadium. Super Bowl 58, now less than 5 days away. Well, from the VR set, we celebrate you. Las Vegas is lit as Sin City kicked off football's biggest week leading up to the big game. Capital B for big game. Our team is your team, and we've got the ticket to get you to Las Vegas. Gianna Franco and Nicole Zalumis are live from outside the Bellagio. Do you have the fancy button that you can push to make the fountains go behind you?
Please don't. It's raining right now. We don't need any more water out here.
We have plenty of water coming down, Reed. We are good. And some cold temperatures, too.
Good morning to you once again, Reed. Well, Las Vegas started the week in grand style with a spectacular opening night celebration at Allegiant Stadium, the site of Sunday's Super Bowl 58. It's a rematch between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Thousands of fans packed the stadium on Monday night, hoping for a glimpse at their favorite team during the NFL's opening night extravaganza. While players fielded questions from the media, fans got to pose for pictures with the coveted Lombardi Trophy. Now, later on, we're going to hear more about this event from our own Matt Lively.
And with the Super Bowl being at a neutral site, it's supposed to be an even playing field, right? Well, except when it comes to practice.
What are we talking about? Practice? We're talking about practice, man.
We are talking about practice. Remember that? The team was reportedly unhappy with the field at UNLV, where they're scheduled to practice all week long. But at a media night event, Kyle Shanahan said the team will practice as scheduled there, which is good because Commissioner Roger Goodell and the league believed the field was actually perfectly fine.
We've had 23 experts out there. We've had the union out there. All of them think that's a very playable surface. It's softer than what they have practiced on, but that happens. It's well within all of our testing standards. It is something that we think all our experts, as well as neutral field inspectors, have all said unanimously that it's a playable field.
I don't hear the Kansas City Chiefs complaining right now about their field because they're at the Raiders practice facility. So let's help out the Niners a little bit.
Yeah, he says, like, they've all tested it out. How about the players and the coaches that have tested it out, and they say it's not suffice? Move the team over, like you said, to the Raiders practice facility so we have an even playing field. It's a very simple solution. I don't get it.
I don't either, and we're dealing with some wet weather, slick surfaces. God forbid I don't even want to say it, but you know what I'm thinking about. What if there was something that happened that wasn't so good for players on Sunday? I'm just saying.
I did read somewhere that it's like playing on a sponge.
Wow.
Not good.
No, not at all, Reed.
That scares me for knee injuries and ankle injuries and all kinds of problems there. Okay, I don't like that.
Don't say it.
I'm going to call UNLV and I'm going to have a few words there in the 702. Thank you so much, ladies. Hey, remember, for you at home, stay faithful, everybody. We're your home for Super Bowl 58. You can catch the game Sunday right here on KPIX and streaming, of course, on Paramount+.